Hello, dear friends. Welcome to our online classes with Education 3000. I am Noémie Paimal, and today we go on with the next petal. It's a purple, like this, more or less, or violet petal. This is the seventh petal, the last one, and it's very, very, very important. The petal of inside education, yeah. Know thyself, Socrates. An education that always go outside is not enough. I mean, it will be half the situation or half the education. Education with a cap E. It's an education that's considered the entire human being and to be fulfilled inside. We know who we are, we know why we are here, it's our purpose of life, and we are comfortable with that. And that builds up self-esteem, and you don't have this terrible crisis sometimes with young people when they feel so useless and they don't grab anything, and then they say, oh, but I'm so empty, and they have such crisis, existentialist, can you say that? Like transcendental crisis. And then they cut themselves, or they have very big depression. And this is exactly what we don't want, definitely. We want a fulfilled human being, full of life, confident, knowing oneself inside. So it can be called as well the inside education. But for now, it's a violet petal, and we call it the petal of self-development. It can be self-science. I really like this name, self-science, inner growth, personal development. It's up to you, but we do have to consider this as completely part of education. So let's begin. So we are again inside the 7-petal school. A quick reminder, blue petal is anything with physical exercise, yellow with cognitive abilities, and it has to be articulated and contextualized. And white is about, pink is about social science and peace culture, and anything to do with emotional intelligence. White is art, and express yourself through art and the beauty, aesthetic. Green, of course, ecology and new source of energy. It includes preventive health and nutrition. And then I will say red is hands-on, anything with doing. Be able to do something with all your knowledge, and it's teamwork. And violet or purple petal, that's the last one. And this is all about, on the next slide, perfect. It's all about personal development or self-science. And this is, I think, the most important. All the petals are important. I always say this petal is the most important. They are all important. But this one, you have to pay attention because it's the meaning of life, and it's the core of the human being. He has to be attended, addressed nicely. We can call it personal growth, and it will include, for instance, active philosophy. Not only philosophy, you think and you do some philosophy, in abstract philosophy. It has to be active, and it means something in our life, and it definitely includes universal laws, for instance. Cosmogenesis and the structure of the universe. Universal geometry, definitely. And actually, we'll do something on that in the next series, level 2. Then energetic anatomy, meta languages and symbols, archetypes, anti-stress techniques, anti-stress techniques. They love it, and especially archetypes and meta language. I don't know why, the children, they love the symbols and they really grab it, and they can make their own symbols and interpret and decodified a bunch of symbols. Mayan calendar is good too, and any calendars, by the way. Like, let's say you can say today is Wednesday, whatever. But then what is the day in the Mayan calendar? So they can calculate and they know the energy of the day and the meaning and who we are or they are inside the kin of the day. So you know yourself better as well. That's why it's inside the violet or purple petal. As I said, classes and universal laws, this is extremely important to know how things works on different levels. We can include mandala, yantras. Yantras are mandalas with powerful symbols, relaxation, and exercise with inner connection to know how to go inside, how to get tranquility inside. Actually, we can use any exercise of mindfulness. We will see a short video at the end of the presentation. Mindfulness is very well introduced into the school system and the education system in general, and we can use all the exercise they offer. It's very good. Any kind of yoga, but please, with children, not yoga like slow and adult yoga. It should be yoga for children with a little bit more movement, with a tale. You tell a story, and they have they can be the protagonist. They can teach one of the posture to the other person, make a story themselves, be the bees. You can introduce a lot of animals and tales into it. For older ones, I would suggest yoga duplex. It's done in couple and they love it and it's very nice. And it involves other person. They like it. And they like a lot acro yoga. Acro yoga is acrobatic yoga and it's done with 2 persons and it builds a lot of confidence and it's more challenging. With young people, wow, they do love it. And me too, by the way. Martial arts, all of them. It's really good to balance energy and to learn ethic and other culture as well. And if you can have access to a teacher of Gurdjieff dances. The dances of Gurdjieff are very good. And they are very good to balance the body, the mind, the emotion, and the spirit. Gurdjieff. G-U-R-D-J-I-E-F-F. Gurdjieff. And among others, that's a list of something we can do. All techniques for relaxation, not only mindfulness, maybe you have other techniques, or according to your culture, you have access to other ways and techniques and methodology for relaxing to go inside, especially if you are in a country with indigenous culture, they have their own procedure and it's very nice. Contact with nature too, and special sounds, all that works. Mantras, sacred sounds as well. And awareness to the breathing. There is a book, it's called Awareness Through the Body. And through the body and through exercise, we can connect with the inner self. It's called Awareness of the Body, ATB. I recommend this book and it's in English. And as well, any kind of awareness of the breathing. There is many ways of breathing, with little ones, from very playful ones, like you blow a feather, then you run after the feather and you blow, or a balloon, or you cool down the soup, and then they are conscious of the breathing. At least it's until it becomes a habit. There is an exercise I really like. It's called SCM, Silent Community Moment, and that's for everybody. It's for the staff, for the teachers, for the bus driver, the parents, small kids, high school kids, and you can do it with very little ones as well. They like it, and it works like that. During it's a set hour. Let's say every day at a set time, or once a week at the beginning. It's good to go little by step by step. at the same time, you put a very nice music. It can be slow music, but it can be as well music with some energy, but it has to be very beautiful. That's this kind of music that will take you through the emotion and makes you like go a little bit higher. Beautiful music. And then the rule is very simple. It's anything you want, but it's in silence and no phone. And you can either meditate, be in silence, lie down, sleep, read. And the second rule is everybody does it. So once I went to school, and they used to do that at 1:40 every day before the kids would leave the school. So at 1:40 is good because some parents could join. All the bus driver were doing the meditation or the silent moment. And I arrived, it was 1 o'clock, 1:38, just before. And the secretaries, they say, oh, hello, Noemi, do you want to join us for the silent moment? And I said, sure, of course. And then it was such a beautiful moment because the entire school went so quiet, just a beautiful music, beautiful. And from the kindergarten, the primary school, the high school, all the teachers, the bus driver, the secretary, everybody, including me, we were connected inside and all together. It was a beautiful group energy as well. So I do recommend the technique. It's very simple. If you don't want to use the name meditation for some reason, and some country, including where I am, we don't use it yet, but we can say a silent community moment for all. And it works very well. And it's really part of the violet or purple petal. I told you about aerial yoga, backwards. It's fantastic. I don't know why they love it so much. Me too. When we have a workshop, we try to do it too. Because you are backwards, maybe the pineal gland is more activated and all the organs are moved upside down. So, and there is a lot of attention and a little bit of adrenaline too, which makes things like exciting. And I do recommend it. And it's so safe, mind you. Yeah. Aerial yoga. You can do it with, there's this piece of fabric too. There's different techniques. And the kids, they would spend the whole day on the strings or on the piece of material. I knew a place is a center in Uruguay, and each time the kid will go to this place and do all kind of acrobacy, and it was very, very nice to see them and how much they enjoy it. And it's a challenge too. It's very good for motricity as well and self-confidence. The other one they really like is called acrobatic yoga, and you pair up. So somebody will support you, hold you, and it's good to build nice legs. Yeah, it's purple, but it's a body function too. And the other person will do all the posture of yoga or whatever. Usually it's a posture of yoga on the top of the other person, and then you reverse the roles. So it builds confidence because you have to make eye contact, you have to trust the partner. It's very good for balance. It's very, very good for concentration, if not you fall. And I will say it puts you in alpha waves and up very fast. That's why they love it too. The other part of the purple or violet petal is use silence. Use a silent moment. And there's different ways of doing that. We already saw the silent community moment. The other way is called conscious listening. So it can be you go outside to nature and you listen to all the sounds, or you listen to music or some special sounds in silence. So you really go through the sounds. And of course, it has to be beautiful sounds and sounds with some message inside or behind. Like listen to the birds. It's very powerful. Conscious breathing. So again, be aware of the breathing, be aware of what's behind the breath, be connected And it should be habit. I mean, you go little by little, but by the end, the kids, they know, and it's a habit of life. And it's a big gift you give them, because in any situation they have, they know they can go back to the breathing and get very fast, centered, in peace, no violence, no being upset, or this ups and down that after that it's not healthy. Or before you burst into anger or something. That's for the adult as well, by the way. You know, you can go back to the breathing and oof, you get back to yourself in a couple of seconds with a little bit of practice. It's very good, very good. And I do recommend for all teachers and teaching personnel and all the family, of course. And then the other one is, there is two, is ODC and OIC. Conscious direct observation. In English is CDO, and the other one in English is CIO. And that's about to observe something outside. That's the first one. Now, let's say we go outside and the kids observe an insect, a blade of grass, a flower, whatever, a stone, the sky, the stars. And it's a direct observation. We don't interfere. I mean, they go to the whatever they want to see, and it's like they unload directly the information. It's like full package of information, cognitive information, emotional information, intuitive information, multi-level information. And this is a very special moment that requires that the adult absolutely don't say anything. It's not the right moment to say, oh, you know, my love, this insect is called that, and they work like that, and this is flower is whatever name, and this is star is serious. It's not the right moment. We interfere with a very special moment. Some people even say sacred moment, when the connection is so strong, like the entire body or the entire bodies, we're supposed to have different levels of bodies, are decoding and are understanding in a deep level the information. And the other one is the same but inside. So you go inside, but it's the same process, and then you decode, you understand something. There is a very nice exercise for little ones. It's called Ask Your Heart. So they know, you can start by 3-4 years old. So they know the techniques. They close their eyes, they go inside, and they can ask a question, ask its opinion, or see if there is some information or some kind of wisdom or something inside. Let's say, I don't know, I know the story of a little girl, and she was kicking another kid, and it was not nice at all. So the teacher just said, okay, ask your heart what he thinks about it. So she knew the technique, so she closed her eyes and she said, my heart said, this is absolutely not nice. And then she said, I want to do it anyway. But that was like, because she didn't want to lose. But it didn't matter, because yes, she knew. I mean, she had the right information, and it was her own discovery. So this is much better than somebody telling you. If somebody tells you, maybe it's not important at all for you, but when you realize yourself, yes, it's important, and then you have the knowledge and you understand it. Let's go to the next one. It's called moment of nothing, or bioconsolidation, MON. Moment of nothing is nothing, nothing, nothing. We call it bioconsolidation because it's when the information will sink in English. Just go inside. And you go to a deeper level, and this will allow long-term memory. Let's say we do an activity, it was a lot of things at the same time, the kids understood many things, and then you have a very quiet moment to go on decoding and to have this knowledge inside of you. It's a very nice exercise. As it is nothing. You can just lie down, be in a hammock, you can walk, and it's in silence, not even music, nothing. So everybody can decode or can sink in their information the way they want and according to what they need at that moment, or according to the levels or the age of the person. Here we have a little video of mindfulness for kids. I think all the exercise they do is so nice. Let me see if I can put it right now so we can see it. And I think it was cool.
Hi friends, my name is Mindful Aussie, and today I'm going to teach you about a special superpower that you can use no matter what you are doing or where you are. This superpower can help you do better in school, sports, music, and many other things. It can also help you calm down when you are angry, sad, scared, or have any other feelings you don't like. This superpower is called mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you pay special attention to anything with love. There are lots of things that we can learn to be mindful of. What am I doing right now? Breathing! Did you know that we are always breathing all the time? Even though we are breathing all the time, we usually don't notice it. That's why today we are going to learn how to pay attention to our breath. This is what we are going to do. Together we are going to take a long, deep breath through our nose for 3 seconds, as if we're filling up our belly with lots of fresh air. Then we're going to hold all that fresh air in for 3 seconds. Don't let it escape! After we've held our breath, we're going to slowly let it all out through our nose for 3 seconds. Let's try it together. Ready? Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Let it out. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that again. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold it tight. 1, 2, 3. And release. 1, 2, 3. Good job! You have just learnt how to pay attention to your breath and how to stay calm and relaxed. Now, let's all say this together. I am calm and relaxed. Ready? I am calm and relaxed. Great job! Let's say it again. I'm calm and relaxed. Mindful breathing will give you lots of special superpowers, so try and do this whenever you remember. And the secret is, the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. Till next time, bye friends!
It's so easy and such a beautiful habit you can give the children from very young age. And thank you for mindfulness. They put a lot of videos in the website, and it's all free, and I think they do a very good job. Thank you so much. So we go back to a couple of more slides. That's amazing. Just because I breathed a little bit, I feel so comfortable now. Amazing. Now I want to go to the next. A couple of slides, it's on DNA. Remember we saw that DNA is linked for geometrical reason. It's built like dodecahedron going on the top of each other with the same angle. It's called the angle to have the double helix. And this is, by the way, the same is by the golden proportion, 1.6, blah, blah, blah. And that's the way the turn was increment. So many pedagogues would suggest to have some geometry with dodecahedron inside the classroom or the learning environment or whatever your center is, and the house too. From the cube, which is not a cube now, it's a dodecahedron, to a structure, like on the picture, you can see somebody relaxing inside a dodecahedron. Actually, I would suggest to put all the 5 Platonic solid, and I will talk to that in the level 2, actually, about that. It's called universal geometry, and see the difference of energy and the different geometry form and their symbols. Or you can have beautiful structure like that. This is the Museum of New York, the Metropolitan Museum. And these beautiful structures. That is gorgeous. Or you can have small dodecahedron and do something like that with that, like the calendar, because that's 12, and the dodecahedron is 12 faces. Just a couple of words on the violet purple petal. We can mention mantras, and the kids, they like it, and they can have fun mantras. Mudras, and they love it, and they know if they take this finger, they get more concentrated, and they have this one, and they have this one, and they have this one on the thymus, and they use it properly. They are very good. Mudra, yeah, mudra. And a couple of words for the English teacher. And we'll start to the next set of videos. We have a program that's, we call it International English for Peace. And use, because as an English teacher, you can use any kind of material. So you can use from Discovery Kids, National Geographic, whatever movies you want to do, but use as well the mindfulness movie. When I saw the video with the little owl, the English is so good, and you learn 1, 2, 3, breathe. There was a lot of vocabulary inside this video, very easy. So you do your job as an English teacher, but then you put some violet petal or purple petal into it easily. And I would suggest, yeah, you use those kind of videos in English or other languages. I would love to see this video as well in Chinese. So they learn he, her, son, and they know their culture. And this is, again, our 7 petal pictures here. So what about to do yours? Have a piece of paper and try to doodle, try to have all the colors and to construct your own school, the one you really dream, the one you have the vision you always wanted to do, or the one you wanted to have when you were a little kid, or when you were a young person, or where you were talking with some friend and you say, oh, what about the school of my dream? And start to write it, to draw it, to think about it, to share with people. And little by little, we will end up doing it. And it will be more beautiful than that we can even dream of, because things are changing so fast. It's getting so much easier to co-create things right now in team. So let's dream together, and more than dream, let's do it. It's a real time, a real opportunity to have everything done on Earth with this dimension, with teamwork, with enthusiasm, with wisdom, with vision. And what a noble, noble, noble purpose to transform education worldwide, starting with our own heart, starting with our own place, house, school, neighborhood, community, country, world. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video. The next video is about Games 3000. That's a very cool topic. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.